Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today I am here to talk about the Hasbro Fanstream event. A lot of cool, good things were announced today. Very fun live stream. Nothing too insane. Nothing like a Thomas Jane Punisher figure or a re-release of all the Defenders Netflix heroes. Nothing like that, but some pretty cool stuff. Some very shocking stuff and very exciting stuff. So let's go ahead and get into it. I believe we'll start with, what did they start with? They started with a Spider-Man retro line, with a lot of cool figures. We'll get the stuff that we already knew about out of the way. New Electro figure. Very cool looking Electro, or Electra, technically. The female Electro figure, so this is very cool. She's been a recent addition to the comics, at least as far as I'm concerned. Where I'm at in the comics, she's a new character. Spider-Man just fought like the new Sinister Six. It was like all female or something like that. He had just fought them from where I'm at in the comics, which was actually like 2017, 2018. So I'm a bit behind, but she's relatively recent in the grand scheme of comics. So very cool looking figure. It is on the older female body style, which is very disappointing, but very cool lightning effect. So very into that. Then I believe we already knew about, well, I guess all the stuff we knew about will come later. The next thing, a part of the retro Spider-Man line is, I'm not going to go in the order they went in. I'll just go in the order I'm seeing things in. So let's go with Spider-Boy. This is, it's a character. I don't know anything about this character other than he exists and he looks fine. I like his shoes. His costume design's silly, but, I just know he exists as a character that make some comic book fans a little upset. He seems like I don't know. It's not what's the term? It's not like when a celebrity has their child go into the movie business with them. It's not like that, but it feels like that because Dan Slott is the creator of this character, and apparently he put him in a whole bunch of stuff, and that was upsetting people, I guess. I don't know anything about it, but we have a figure of him, and the figure looks cool. I'm not down on the figure. I have no knowledge of this character, therefore not really any intrigue in it. The next thing that was announced that I thought was freaking amazing, we got a new, let's go with Agent Venom. Agent Venom is so freaking cool. This is a brand new figure. Well, it's an updated version of a figure. Everything's been made better by this release, so very exciting stuff there. I think it looks awesome. I've been wanting an Agent Venom for the longest time, and we finally have it, so there we go. Then the next thing, this is probably my figure of the night, was we got Spider-Man Unlimited. This is shocking and incredible. It looks so good. It looks incredible in this 3D form. It's no longer on the 2D plane because, it's a toy, so we can see all dimensions of it. But it looks great. I love the cape. I love the design of the suit. I don't love the show. I think Spider-Man Unlimited is not very good, but the design is very good, so I'm very happy about that. Then we got a animated series Chameleon, which is very cool. This is what they were teasing not too long ago. So very cool stuff from this figure. He comes with a alternate like J. Jonah Jameson mask head type thing. Looks awesome. Very cool stuff from this Chameleon. It also tells me this whole wave is kind of, they're no longer restricted by the theme of like, it doesn't all have to be 90s animated series, or it doesn't all have to be movie figures. Like it can be, just Spider-Man stuff, Spider-Man adjacent, It doesn't have to be anything from a specific thing. It could be from the animated series. It could be from Spider-Man Unlimited, or it can be from just the comics, and it doesn't have to be from the same era. We have what's coming up next, the 90s Kane figure. So it could be a character from the 90s. It could be Agent Venom from the 2000s. It could be, gosh, Elektra from the 2010s. Like, they're not restricted like that anymore. Going over Kane a little more, this guy looks incredible. I'm not too interested in Kane as a character, but his design and this figure specifically look amazing. The way his hair kind of blows in the wind, the cape, everything like that, all looking very, very cool. It's a very unique sculpt too, I believe is what they said. It's all new stuff, so that's cool and exciting. It's always nice to have new things, especially because that means that they can work with more stuff when they go to make new figures. So very, very cool stuff there. Then they went ahead and announced some like single releases, some stuff that might not come in waves, I don't think, which is fun to deal with when that happens, because it always makes it super easy to find this stuff. The first thing I believe they announced was Charles Xavier from the Savage Land, and he looks great. He's a walking, talking Charles Xavier, so that's good. He can move on his own accord. They still gave him Cerebro, which is they even talked about the contradiction in that accessory, considering the fact that in the Savage Lands his powers don't work as well, which allows him to walk, because apparently his powers inhibit his ability to walk. Very contrived storytelling, but they gave it to him because they just wanted to give him a cool accessory that you could apply to any of your Charles Xaviers. This cool Cerebro accessory. So it doesn't make sense with this specific character, but it's still very cool, very nice to have. So very happy with this figure. It looks great. It looks like Charles. It's a cool representation of him. He goes along with the He-Man looking figure and his tiger, so that's fun. I love that stuff. And then we got Lizard. Finally, they gave us a Lizard. I think we all knew this was happening. I don't know if it was ever officially announced, but we all knew this was happening. And it looks great. It's very, very well made. It has a very nice sculpt, very nice textures. Excited to have it. The Lizard wasn't my favorite villain from the Spider-Man movies. The Amazing Spider-Man movies weren't my favorite Spider-Man movies. So in general, but I want all those characters in toy form, all of them. So regardless, like, whether or not I care about the character that much, I still want the figure. So very cool, very exciting. He looks like a big guy. They posed him next to Amazing Spider-Man. He looked huge. He looked appropriately huge. So very exciting there. And then they basically teased that there's another villain that they need to make who's coming. My initial thought was Venom. They're bringing Spider-Man 3 Venom. And then I realized, no, they're probably talking about Electro, which is cool. I do want Electro. I think that would be cool. But I want Spider-Man 3 Venom and Black Suit Spider-Man. I really, really want that. Please and thank you. I was thinking the other day, I was like, it would be really fun if they gave us like Elseworlds, but for movie figures, because sometimes like we get like Marvel What If this character existed, and I don't necessarily like the What If action figures because they're based on the animated show, but like what if Doctor Strange was bitten by a radioactive spider and he became Spider Strange or something like that, and we get a figure of that, and that's such a cool concept, and you get to play around with that thing. But I was like, what if we did that, but the MCU? So what if we got the Amazing Spider-Man black suit? What would that look like? What if we got Iron Spider, but Tobey Maguire? Like, what if we got that, because it's not going to happen in the movies. So what if we just saw it in toys? I don't know if that's like something they could do. I don't know how rights work. And they always like to limit our fun, but that would be so fun to do. You can even go all the way back to like, what if Blade, I don't know, something with Blade, or what if Age of Apocalypse but X-Men. I mean, we technically saw that in the movies, but like, what if we saw, that? What would their character designs look like based off the movies, not necessarily the comics? You could take inspiration from the comics and like give us like Channing Tatum Gambit, but he looks like the figure we're going to talk about here in a little bit. What if we got that? So I thought that'd be cool. I don't think it's going to happen, but it would be cool. So why did I even talk about that? Yeah, so we're getting Lizard. They basically announced more villains to come. At least one more. I'm hoping two more. I'm hoping we get that Venom. Then they announced another huge wave, which looks very, very cool. Oh, and by the way, those the Charles Xavier was a Target exclusive, and the Lizard was an Amazon exclusive, which pisses me off. And then Walmart exclusive, I forgot to mention this one. We have a 1970s Nick Hammond Spider-Man, which is awesome. Again, I don't need this. It's a lot like the Japanese Spider-Man, where it's just like, this is cool that they did this, but like, I don't need this. It looks great, but like, I don't care about this specific interpretation of the character. But it's fun. It comes with an actual rope web, which is very cool. But beyond that, the packaging looks freaking amazing. But like I said, beyond that, I don't really care too much about this. It's exciting for those who do care, and it's exciting for those who just want something of like every iteration. Like I want every iteration of the Spider-Man villains. This is cool for somebody who wants every iteration of Spider-Man, which we are officially 2 steps closer to that happening, because Spider-Man Unlimited, Nick Hammond Spider-Man, we're getting, Spider-Boy, like we're getting lots of Spider-Man. Sometimes too much Spider-Man, but that's okay. Then we got the next Build-A-Figure wave, which looks amazing. I'll talk about what the Build-A-Figure is at the end, but I am very excited. So kicking off this wave is Fabian Cortez. I don't know who this is. He looks fine. He looks like a very 70s, 80s, 90s era superhero. He looks kind of like that Squadron Supreme figure I've seen before. No interest in this guy whatsoever. If I need him to build this wave, I might, because this wave looks incredible. But I just have no interest, no care, no desire in my heart for this character. Which is unfortunate. I usually like to enjoy the figures I have, not like them typically. Then we got an Age of Apocalypse Gambit, and this looks amazing. I love the design of this character. I thought we were done with Age of Apocalypse. That was like the first full wave of Marvel Legends I ever got, was the Age of Apocalypse Colossus. And that's kind of what got me into collecting, was that wave, essentially. That came out a while ago at this point. And I love that wave. And I thought we were done. Then they finally teased it like a couple of days ago that we were getting Age of Apocalypse Gambit, and I was super excited. I thought we were going to get a full wave of Age of Apocalypse, and it seems like I mentioned earlier, they're not doing that necessarily anymore. They're more so like, here's X-Men in general. It doesn't have to be specific era X-Men. It just has to be, here's X-Men. So this is cool. I don't know who else they could fit in for Age of Apocalypse. It looks like technically Nightcrawler is Age of Apocalypse. It says here X-Force Age of Apocalypse Nightcrawler. He looks amazing. I love Nightcrawler. I basically have my definitive Nightcrawler already in my collection, but this is also a really, really cool look for Nightcrawler. I do love X-Force. I need more X-Force. If I'm going to start X-Force, I got to get Wolverine. I got to get Deadpool. I got to get Domino. Oh my god, I got to get a Domino. What's his name? Phantom X. I got to get that guy. There's a lot. If we're starting the X-Force thing, we got a lot to do. And Ryan teased that more X-Force stuff might be coming. so that's cool for me. Uh, but like I said, I have my definitive Nightcrawler. If they tease more X Force and it's what I want, maybe I'll pick up this Nightcrawler. But on his own, I don't know. I also have to consider the fact that I really want this Build-A-Figure, so I got a lot to consider. Then we got Gen X Husk. Yeah, basically another character I have no care for, no desire for. I don't know anything about her. She looks fine, I guess. She looks cool. Don't know who she is. So that's unfortunate. But you know, that always happens with every wave. You're always going to have somebody you don't know, you don't care about. But if you want to get the Build-A-Figure, you got to buy all the pieces, which is unfortunate. Just I don't even like her design really. I think she looks kind of dumb. Just red and kind of ugly gold. Not my thing. Then we got probably the next thing I'm most excited for. One of the first action figures I ever owned was a Toy Biz Ultimate Wolverine. And I've done some research to try and figure out what that wave was. It was a part of a Build-A-Figure wave, and I don't remember what the Build-A-Figure was, but it also came with like Hercules, I think, which was another figure I owned, and like a Beast, I think. And I also owned the Beast. I was pretty close in getting that Build-A-Figure. I think it might have been Blob, because I remember building a Blob as a kid, and I just had like the bottom half of the torso and the top half of the torso. So I had essentially like a little blob ball, and that's all I had for the longest time. But I had the Ultimate Wolverine, and I love that figure with all my heart. And we finally have a modern day Marvel Legends Hasbro Ultimate Wolverine. Oh my god, it looks so good. It looks so good. I want to cry because it looks so good. Oh my god. Oh, I'm so happy. Oh, this is it might beat Spider-Man Unlimited. This makes me so happy to see this figure. This being a fan of toys for as long as I've been a fan of toys, which is basically since I was a child, I guess. About 15 years, 16 years. God, this is a moment for me, which is, it feels almost like getting the movie versions of Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield. Those were hindered by the fact that those toys didn't look that great, in my opinion. I mean, they're cool toys, but they look a little frumpy, which is annoying. This brings me back to being a kid. I still need a Tobey Maguire figure that's like it was as a Toy Biz figure, but this resembles my childhood a lot. So I'm very happy with this. I need to get this in my collection immediately. I'm going to be hunting this figure down to the ends of the earth, essentially. It probably won't be that difficult, but I need this figure. I need it so bad. Oh my god. I'm very happy. Then we got a blue and yellow X Factor Cyclops. This looks amazing. I love this costume. I love his blast effect that he comes with. I love everything about this figure. I don't necessarily need it. It's another one of those characters where I have my definitive Cyclops. I basically got that with the X-Men 97 wave. I like this costume, but it's not anything that's like pulling me towards it. But it's cool. I do want this, especially to get that power effect, that blast effect. But yeah, I don't really need more Cyclopses. I have plenty. But this is cool, so I'm into it. I'm very happy with the way this looks. And then to finish things off, Marvel vs. Capcom 2 Marrow. So technically, I don't think officially they could ever like say this is Marvel vs. Capcom, but it is essentially Marvel vs. Capcom. This is they paired it up with the cable and hinted that more Marvel vs. Capcom-esque characters will be coming, which is cool. I hope we get gosh, I don't know. The frustrating thing about this is it's not to scale with what the actual game was. So I'm like, I want a Spider-Man Marvel vs. Capcom, but it's just going to be a Spider-Man, and that's not what I want. I want specifically like somebody buff, somebody who can pose in that weird way that Spider-Man poses in those games. Like, we're not going to get that, and I want that. So it's kind of like, I don't know, what else do they do? I mean, there's a lot they could do, but it's like they're having a hard time capturing the real essence of that game. This is exciting. This is a cool looking character, but I don't know. And that cable was hard to get too. I'm really pissed off about the cable situation. They need to re-release that ASAP because it totally wasn't fair. Nobody had a chance to get that thing at all. It was super annoying. So they need to re-release that. And this character looks good. And, you know, I don't see where they could go with this because it's not like they're really hitting. They're getting the costumes, sure, but they're not hitting that vibe. Like, I just played that game, and these aren't the characters they're referencing, right? It's like the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man figure. It's there. It just looks a little off. It's not quite what they're trying to resemble. But you know, I'm excited either way. I think Marvel Legends are in possibly the best place they've been in years. Quality wise, release wise is iffy, but quality wise, content wise, what we're getting is great. Things have slowed down a lot, but like I think that's ultimately better for the industry to just do less ultimately, uh, and just do better, more, better, less product, I guess. Um, So this is the Build-A-Figure wave. This is what they're leading up to. You buy all these figures to build Nemesis, Holocaust, essentially. This guy looks like he's ripped straight from a Doom video game. He looks so insane. He looks freaking monstrous. This guy looks incredible. I'm very happy with this Build-A-Figure. There's a lot of characters in this wave I don't care about. Marrow, Fabian Cortez, Husk, even that Cyclops, technically that Nightcrawler. I don't need those characters, and a lot of them I don't want. But in order to build this Build-A-Figure, I am fully willing to buy all these figures. I don't think I will, because I'm poor. So, you know, it's kind of difficult to justify it. But, like, in my heart of hearts, I want this so bad. So, you know, probably won't happen for me, but it would be really, really cool if it did happen. So, and this Build-A-Figure it justifies everything. It looks so good. God, it looks good. I said the same thing about the, what's his name? Blackheart Build-A-Figure. That figure looked awesome, and I wish I could have got it, but I couldn't find it anywhere. And I don't like buying figures online because then I spend too much money. And they're just making things hard to get if you don't buy online. And if you do buy online, then you have to deal with pre-ordering from Walmart, which doesn't have all the figures, or you have to go to Amazon, or then you find a reseller, or Entertainment Earth is probably okay, but then, you know, you have to deal with, I don't know, shipping things. It's always frustrating to me, so I don't like to do it. But maybe I will. It's a lot of money. It's like, this is what? How many figures? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 figures at $24 each. That's a lot. Plus shipping. Ugh. Anyways. I'm starting to sound like I'm disappointed in today. I'm not. I'm very happy. I'm very hyped. I think everything looks amazing. I'm just frustrated in general at the world, you know. But yeah, this has been fun. This has been a cool little thing to wake up to. I just woke up not too long ago and saw this and had to record. So here we are doing that now. So very fun, very happy times. Let me know what you guys think of these down in the comments below. I've been recording for too long. 25 minutes? My God, no one's going to watch this. Leave a like, leave a comment, leave a subscribe. All the things YouTubers ask you to do, just do it for me as well. And I will be back with another video, hopefully, very, very soon. Bye.